Hello everyone, this is Nikki. Thanks so much for tuning in. We've been having a ton of fun running this improvised little show. Because Alex does plenty of editing so it can flow well for your enjoyment, we end up with hours and hours of audio, some of which does not make the final cut. A lot of this is material that does not necessarily progress the story further and ends up being just for laughs. What you're about to hear is some of this material. This will be a new segment called Roleplay Radio Side Quests. Enjoy!
So after the newspaper comes out...
and the newspaper comes out the next day.
Yeah.
I believe both Mistake and Cost wanted to make a care package for Rampart because we feel a little bit bad.
Mm-hmm. Rampart was hospitalized. The other one that Mistake would also like to follow up on is the clockwork servants are behaving oddly, and there's one that keeps repeating the same number, which I believe is...
One went missing.
Yeah, one went missing. Repeating the same number, which I think was the...
4803.
Yeah, which was Professor Galvan's office number. So, Mistake would kind of like to try and find that clockwork servant. I don't think she's too tenacious about it, because she doesn't want to seem too suspicious to Capelwing. I think she...
New nickname?
Yes. I've decided that Mistake gives people she doesn't like nicknames.
Nice.
Because for tieflings, you choose your own name. And that's sort of like a source of their own like personal power. So choosing a nickname for someone else removes their power.
I like that.
So she gives people she doesn't like nicknames.
Shelley's gonna spend the week looking for gems from their book on gems for the magical item thing that they have to do by the end of the semester.
Cool.
Yep.
Great.
I want to do some janitor stuff.
Yeah. At this point, you're a little acclimated to the job. You're used to just showing up, taking a job from the bulletin board, and going to do that job by yourself. You get a lot of alone time. Alright, at one point, actually, Mistake, can you roll me an investigation check?
Alright. 17.
Okay, that's pretty good. You're in Central Campus. Little by little, you were able to spot some tracks here and there, a leaking of oil, grass being pressed down, like one thing or another. You were guided towards the Strixhaven Stadium. And underneath the Strixhaven Stadium, there's a stairwell that leads down to a tunnel that students don't normally have access to, because these tunnels lead to other campuses. But you do spot a tail wagging around the corner. Like, you turn a corner, you just see the tail heading to a different corridor.
And you just hear like a light, beautiful tenor voice singing off and right out. What the? No, I'm just kidding.
The tracks stop because now the floor's been mopped. And this is where it leads you to Griff mopping up.
Listening to like how to keep calm tapes on his sending stones.
Are there flames? Like, is this candlelit?
Yes, but I would imagine it's more like lanterns.
With thaumaturgy, I'm going to have all of the flames change color to a bright green. Chartreuse. And I'm gonna make a ground tremor at the same time.
So he sees the chartreuse. Wow, that's really pure. And he rubs his eyes to make sure. And the ground rumbles. That raises his haunches. And he's gonna turn around and try to deck whatever's behind him.
Mistake's not right the fuck behind him. She's like a few feet back.
He's gonna turn around and
Deck the air.
punch the air. How far away are you?
I was picturing like 5-6 feet behind.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot poison spray.
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
So it's gonna, he just whips around and shoots poison spray, and since it's shoulder level and you're not shoulder level, just goes right over.
Your hood has like some...
And he takes the headphones off as he realizes it's a mistake and remember to always breathe. And remember that this too shall pass. How are you here?
Remember to stay calm at all times.
Feet, legs, walking.
People don't normally know how to come here. How is it that you are here?
I was following the tracks of the wayward clockwork servant. Tracks that you have conveniently mopped up.
And I mopped it up very well.
You did.
You should see the difference.
I can see the difference. Mainly that the trail is gone.
Well, let me think really hard and look at our benevolent DM, who we don't know, and say if I roll a history check, will I remember what happens?
Sure.
18 plus 2.
Okay. Lucky I'm not making
So, yeah, I went this way, and I went over here. Watch your head.
You've been mopping the hallway that leads to Lorehold campus. You weren't really told where these tracks came from. I mean, you can assume it's from a clockwork servant, but it was just like, oh, clean up on this tunnel, and you just went and did it.
Are there any, like, doors or anything? Or is it just straight tubes?
I picture them as being like straight tubes until it gets to a certain point, and then it becomes more of a cave.
Like a junction? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Lorehold is essentially a huge dig site.
Alright, I just gotta punch out.
You take the mop with you.
Of course I take them up with me. I'm a responsible custodian.
Don't just leave it in the
I'm done.
hallway.
I take off everything. I'm not working anymore. No, yeah, I go and check out, and another janitor, dude, person comes in. We high five each other.
Hey man, who's your friend?
This is Mistake. This is Mistake.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Dominic Paraguan. Oh, you know what? Maybe don't shake my hand. It's sweaty.
Alright, sure.
See what I mean?
Hey, any friend of Shelley is a friend of me,
Shit. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dom. We gotta go.
Alright, I'll see you later, Shelley.
Oh, here's some paper towels for those paws.
Oh, thanks, man.
Let's go.
Let's hang out after school.
Hey, I'm gonna do some homework. You wanna come?
What homework?
The class where we need to find the magical artifact by the end of the semester?
Oh yeah, I started doing research for that class and then I got really inspired to do more of my computational magic homework instead.
Oh.
I'm kind of behind on that.
I was given a book by Mistake. I was gonna ask Mistake, but they're not here. So I'm asking you if you want to come with me to find the rock.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
So pure.
I think Costa's gonna go to Loreholds to ask people about, like, hey, what is Rampart like? So that we can make this nice care package.
Okay. Montage of people being oh, he's the greatest guy. I mean, any book you need, he'll find it for you. That guy, I just need to walk behind him anytime I need to get to class in time, and he just opens up the entire hallway. Love that guy. Everybody fucking loves him.
He seems like a really nice person. I would feel really bad. I don't understand who would want to hurt him.
I do not understand either. It takes a real asshole to hurt such a decent humanoid like Rampart.
Yeah, it really would.
Well, he loves his history.
Okay.
And he loves his sweets, for sure.
Okay.
He's deadly terrified of mice, so don't ever mention mice or bring up mice or tell a story about mice. He'll get very uncomfortable.
I absolutely will not.
I mean, what else is there to know? I mean, he loves music. He loves combat techniques. He knows every single battle that's ever taken place in Arcavios, pretty much.
Gotcha. So, sweets, fighting, and music.
Yeah.
And not mice. Cool. I got it. Thank you very much. And I hope that whoever's out there who hurt Rampart feels really bad about it.
I've been talking to Mina. She's gonna get this full scoop. I know it. She's the one who wrote the article.
Good. Well, I hope that she succeeds to some degree.
She has a nose like a bloodhound. She'll succeed.
Okay, that's great. I am glad to hear that.
It's literal. It's very.
I just hope that the poor souls confess before Capelwyn. Sorry.
Yes!
I heard somebody saying that down the hall and I thought it was great. I just hope the poor souls confess before Captain Dapplewing shows up in a couple of days. She's gonna be pissed.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Do you think that she'll actually be able to find them?
Well, let's hope so, right?
Yeah.
They need
let's
to
do it.
pay for what they did.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. Hey.
And you like turn around and bump into these two.
Oi! Hi!
Hi, Cos.
Hello!
What are you doing here?
Just doing some research on Rampart because I want to make him a nice little care package. Hey, Gary, can I bother you to make some sweets of some kind?
Who's your friend?
Oh, that was, his name was Rod. I get what his angle was. Other than the fact that he really liked Rampart.
Oh,
My name's
Hi.
Roderick, not Rod. Thank you.
hi, Roderick.
Hey, bye.
Oh, okay, bye.
There is a place in Lorehold called Pillar Drop. And Pillar Drop is a place where Professor Quintorius Khan has told you he's going to take you eventually, but you're welcome to explore on your own. The areas that are open to all students are very limited, but it's still accessible. The deeper, more dangerous areas that you have to rappel down to, you have to be in supervision of an adult at all times, or a professor at all times. So you guys are able to at least go down the areas that are accessible by stairs. And you reach this cavernous digging site, essentially. It starts off as just the campus, the buildings built into the walls of this drop, and it just keeps going down and down and down. There's remnants of like a civilization long past. It's become pretty much kind of part of the campus. There are campus guides and information desks there, and then you head into some deeper areas that are still being continued to be dug. And there's a few students here doing the same thing you guys are doing, which is exploring and detecting magical items and not having that much luck. But
So, Shelley, so the pickaxes are just there for free?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of those going into a shell.
Yeah, one of them is going into
Specifically
a shop.
under your
you
tuition.
have to like take a number and like
Oh,
check it out.
yeah.
you
I'm
know?
sure. Yeah. So Shelley's gonna take it out, check one out, and look for any gems that they like.
Okay.
Shelley's gonna just look down the paths and close their eyes, and then just feel where to go. They're just gonna rely on their intuition, and they choose wrong.
What were you rolling?
Intuition.
Investigation?
It's not a thing.
Just to see. They choose the left path.
Okay. Meanwhile, Mistake and Griff. These tracks lead you right to this cave network. It's pretty empty from where you emerge because, once again, it's the tunnels that connect the janitor's offices to other janitors' areas in the
Janitor network.
janitor network. So you kind of emerge into this cavernous area where there's a lot of janitorial equipment. Alas, you see some of the tracks again. It's a lot harder to detect, so I'm gonna have to ask you to roll again to kind of figure out where it goes.
That's a nat 20.
Damn!
And I have a +6.
You do okay.
Through the boot prints and shoe prints, you're able to detect a couple of non-humanoid legs left behind there, and a lot have been stepped over, but there's no escaping your eye. You have quite an eye for this shit. You start hearing in the background wax.
Oh boy.
Because you rolled a nat 20 in investigation, you catch a shimmer, something sparkly within the walls, but it's like a speck.
Going to cautiously approach the shiny thing.
It looks like what could be the beginning of a gemstone, or the edge of a gemstone.
Kind of. Is this like solid stone and there's a little bit of a gem sticking out?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, not solid stone, but like dirt, very, very hard dirt.
Yeah, so not really going to be able to do much without tools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is useless knowledge.
But the tracks continue.
Just gonna shout to like the other side. keep going. You'll figure it out.
I'm following.
All right, I'm making this happen now.
I was kind of hoping Shelley would like break through the
that's
wall.
what's happening.
Yes.
You start to walk away from the thumps, and the thumps get louder and louder and louder and faster, and then eventually just barreling through as Shelley holding a pickaxe, and you hear a clink, clink, and there is a... What's your favorite color?
Jade.
There's a jade gemstone right there, covered in dirt and muck, but it's there, all right.
Yoink! I take it.
Sleight of hand? Opposing sleight of hand checks?
Okay.
Yes.
It's a 2 + 2.
I got a nat 20.
You're no longer allowed to roll with that die. Suspicious. So there you are. The 5 of you unexpectedly in the same hallway.
Oh, hello. What are you two doing here? Are you also looking for gemstones?
No, not really.
Following footsteps.
What footsteps?
The mystery clockwork servant who's gone AWOL.
Oh, well, I think we just found the gemstone. Did you want to get any more, or?
No, you're going to come with
Shelley
us.
looks transfixed by it. It's so beautiful.
Right, we're gonna...
Put it in your shell and follow us.
Yeah, we'll come with you for a bit while Shelley processes this.
Alex, is this the one that I wanted?
We'll find out, won't we?
Okay.
So, I think, mistake, those tracks, should you continue to follow them, you will start getting the sense that they kind of lead in circles. Because they're already routing you back up Pillar Drop, back towards the outside of Lower Hold. So they will literally lead you back up towards the surface. I mean, I'm sure you feel it now. Like, it feels like you're going in circles, like you're just chasing a thing that's wandering about aimlessly.
Alright, so if we keep trailing it, if we're faster than it, we'll eventually catch up. Or if we go the opposite direction, we'll catch up faster.
True, why do you want to find this thing again?
Mostly I'm curious.
Ah, okay. Well, let's try the other way.
Keep in mind, this is like a school the size of a city.
Yep.
You could be walking all day and not find anything.
I'm going to be looking for other things to put into this care basket along the way, so I'm okay with that.
All right. All right.
I think the plan is walk until we're hungry.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, Mistake will discuss care baskets with Koss.
Okay.
Does anybody else want to be on this care basket for Rampart? Because I do kind of feel bad for him.
Oh, I've actually talked with Rampart a lot. I know he's really into sweets, fighting, music.
And hates mice.
And hates mice, yes.
Yeah.
So we should never bring up any mice around him.
That is... We should have known this before. Then we could have just, had a picture of a mouse. And just stuck that on the door. And he wouldn't have come in.
Great. You.
I mean, that would have just saved us a whole lot of trouble. And him, honestly.
Shelley's gonna look up from their stone and say, I can provide alcohol.
Yes, we know you can.
I don't think we need alcohol right now.
But for the care package.
Oh,
Oh, maybe when he's better, he can have alcohol.
yeah.
What if we threw him a party and didn't invite Griff?
I'm fine with that.
Although it'd be weird that we throw him a party.
My gift would be the lack of my presence.
I mean, also, I feel like his tower mates would be the ones throwing in the party, probably, not us.
Oh yeah, so we just crash the party.
Or
Wouldn't it
talk
look
to them.
weird if we were just being overly dramatic about him? Why don't we just keep on doing our regular thing and not make a thing about it? That way it's not a thing and they're not gonna...
Because I feel bad, that's why.
Oh,
No, I think care package is plenty fine. A classmate that you've interacted with
Sure.
gets hurt.
if
But-
you want,
Okay,
I'm
package.
friends with Rampart, so I could give the care package on behalf of us and it would be less weird.
Fantastic.
Sure.
No one questions.
I would like to come with. if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, yep. You're friends with everyone.
I actually haven't made very good friends with him, and my one interaction with him has been violence.
What? When was that?
You were there.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to forget about that night.
Trying to. Moving on.